Hey guys, Mike here at Imperial Tropicals. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. Hello, fishy chick. How you doing? Good to see you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed last week with Mike, the owner. I was out of town for my birthday, so I was not here. So Mike took over. I was actually still watching on my day off, but good to see you guys again. Today we're going to be doing a giveaway for Facebook and YouTube users. We are also going to be going over our weekly sale items. We got some pretty cool things that we are going to go over. We're going to try something different on our weekly sale. So we're going to go over that. I think that's going to be a huge hit. You guys are going to like it. And then also, we're just going to look at fish, look at any requests you have. And the giveaway we will do towards the end like we always do. And like usual, it's just going to be a number, guess a number type thing. So good to see you guys all today. Let me know if you guys have any requests on fish you want to see. Go ahead and start putting them out. In the meantime, Carly will collect that information and kind of gather it all so I can do that all at once. But in the meantime, we're going to go over next week's sale. It's going to start today at noon and go until next Friday. I'm sorry, it's going to start today at 1. My bad, guys. But let's turn around. We're going to look at some fish and go over them for next week. And I think I'm getting a little better at this, guys, a little quicker. I'm not super smooth. It still takes a second, but we're getting there. So, nothing crazy here, but this is obviously a staple in the fish hobby here. Everyone's kept them at some point. If not, they probably will at some point. These are the neon tetras. Just kind of setting you guys up and looking at one of our tanks here. So, guys, I am pretty excited about this week's sale. I think it was a great idea. I don't know why we didn't think of it sooner. But we are going to start putting some Bogo items on our weekly sale. So that is a buy one, get one free. And some of them are actually packs of fish. So we on the sale next week, we are going to have the Cali Hamus rainbow fish 5-packs for buy one, get one free. So if you buy one 5-pack, you're going to receive 10 fish. We can go look at those. Could you try again? Oh, sorry, guys. My phone's going off in my pocket. So we are going to go look at those. But before we do, I just want to go over. We're going to have 10 sale items, and 5 of them will be the 50% off. And then, no, not all 5, but we actually have one item that's going to be 30% off. But so 4 of them will be 50% off. 5 items are going to be BOGO items. And to find those items, they'll be underneath our sale tabs. Or you can just go onto the website and type in BOGO, and it will pull them up for you. I want to highlight this comment, guys, really quick. Elaine says, thanks for my order. I was impressed that the snails came in a bag of water rather than a soggy paper towel. Yeah, we typically we want to do our best to get the fish there safely and the snails there safely. And a lot of people do ship snails in just a bag with a paper towel or something just to keep it humid in there. And a lot of times that's fine, but we have always shipped our snails in water with pure oxygen also. And we haven't had any issues that way, and that's the way we feel is the best way. Now, it does cost a little bit more to ship, but we have really good success on our snails arriving alive, healthy, and they acclimate really well. So thank you, Elaine, for the feedback. Really glad to hear about it. So let's go look at our first sale item, the Cali Hamus. Typically, um, this is a fish we actually talked about not breeding anymore just because they haven't been the most popular and they haven't sold for us like um, a lot. But let me, I'm trying to decide which way to go down this rack, guys. I'm sorry. So let's see what we have in the warehouse right now. This is a fish we have so many of them that we keep them in mostly in our greenhouse. And let's see here. So there are some small ones in here starting to show some really good color. I was just looking at these guys the other day, and what I really like about it on some of the larger males, they're not full color right now, but they have like their tail has like almost a forked tail where it's not actually forked, but the color, they have a black line on the top and a black line on the bottom of their tails. And I'm trying to get one in the center of the screen. But he just the male in this tank just keeps flying around. But we have plenty of these guys available. We have so many that we keep them in multiple areas. Right now we are a little low here in the warehouse, but we have a lot. We have a lot going on with those. So we have a ton of those. So let's look what else we have. We have the Zebra Slim OBs. Now those guys are going to be on Bogo as well, and we're offering those a 1 to 2 inch and a 2 to 3 inch Bogo. So let's see what we have in here. I'm not seeing them where they're supposed to be, but this is another one that we have them down in the greenhouse. The reason I can't find them where they're supposed to be, guys, is because I am on the wrong rack. So I apologize for that. Sometimes it can be like a maze in here when I am trying to do the live feed and read comments and find a fish. Here we go. We got a bunch of these. So here's the Zebra Slim OBs. So this is an interesting fish, guys. This is a naturally occurring OB, and the females are OB in our strain, and the males are blue with black stripes. Now, every once in a while, we might get lucky and get an OB male, but that is very rare. I think I've only seen it one time. But yeah, so females are OB, and the males are blue with stripes. All right, let's see what else. Let's go look at the next BOGO item, which is going to be. We will go to the green spot bleaker eye, 3 to 4 inches. So let's see here. Green spot bleaker eye. These guys have been one of the fan favorites recently. A lot of employees here are actually saying that they like our green spots better than they like our starry nights. From experience, I think the starry nights tend to get darker than these green spots, but right now everyone who's been seeing these starry nights, they say they really really like them. I mean, everyone who's been seeing these green spot bleaker eyes is saying how they really like them and how they prefer them over the starry night. So those will be on Bogo. And then also we have the another really cool one which I was very surprised about. So we will look at those here. So these are the Synodontis angelicus Euchris hybrids. So these are going to be on Bogo at the 1 to 2 inch size. And then the final item is going to be pretty crazy one. I'm surprised we're doing this. Let's see how this goes. I'm gonna go to the tank and show you guys. So this is going to be Bogo. These are our Copodicromus azureus, and the 3 to 4 inch males are going to be on Bogo for this week only. So this is a buy one, get one free. We will so you're going to put one in your cart and we will ship you 2 fish. So if you're trying to purchase any of these items that I just said were on Bogo, just place one in your cart and we will send you the 2 fish. Same with the 5-pack of the rainbows. If you purchase a 5-pack, if you put one in your cart, you're going to receive 10 fish. So just keep that in mind, guys. I know sometimes these Bogos can get confusing for people, but if you purchase anything on our Bogo list, however many you put in your cart, you are going to receive double of what is in there. And like Carly said, guys, make sure when you go to purchase these fish that are going to be on sale, they will have their own listing, and it's going to start with Bogo. So for these, for example, they're going to be on the website as Bogo Copodicromus azureus, and then Bogo Zebra Slim OB, Bogo Green Spot Bleaker Eye, Bogo Cali Hamus, and Bogo Synodontis angelicus Euchris. So just make sure you're on the correct page for the fish you want. And then, so what else do we have on sale this week? We are going to have, let me find the fish. So, I don't think we have any in here actually, so we're not going to show it. But the next one for the sale, these guys are only going to be at 30% off, and that's just due to their size. So they're big. They're going to cost a lot to ship. These are the Borlei, the Namalangi. Then we have at 50% off the Cuban cichlids, and those are going to be the 3 to 4 inch variant, and also the 4 to 5 inch variant. And what else do we have? We have pairs of red cheek trophiops. So a 3 to 4 inch pair of red cheek trophiops, those will be at 50% off for the week. These guys are being shy. In a second, guys, I'll let you know what these are. And then we have the brick swords. They're going to be 50% off. The trios. So that's going to be 1 male and 2 females. And then the final item that's going to be on sale for this week will be the Gelitochromis Mark Smith Eye. If you're not familiar with them, those are the bright yellow Julies. They're probably my favorite Gelitochromis. And that's going to be the 2 to 3 inch size. And here, guys, just so you guys know, we are looking at the Otopharynx Nova Blue Longnose. Okay, so now that Carly and I have gone over those sale items, Carly, can you throw up the requests, and we'll go look at some of those requests for everybody? And while I wait for Carly to do that, I just want to go over something with you guys really quick. Let me turn this around. Sorry, guys, bear with me. I'm trying to turn the camera around. And as you know, for some reason, this is slower. But okay, so we just hit a milestone on our YouTube. So if you're not already subscribed to us, if you're watching us from Facebook, guys, go ahead and follow us on YouTube as well. We just hit 14,000 subscribers, which is awesome. So thank you guys who are subscribed. And at 15,000, we are talking about doing a pretty big giveaway. We don't know the details yet, but it's going to be bigger than our weekly Tank Water Tuesday giveaway, which is a $50 store credit, and our weekly YouTube and Facebook Live giveaway, which is two $25 credits. So this is going to be a big one. Every so often we hit milestones. If you guys are new here, we like to do a bigger giveaway, and usually there's some stipulations, like basically make sure you're subscribed, and sometimes we have you guys have to share a post or something like that, but we don't know the details yet. But what we do know is once we hit 15,000 on YouTube, we are going to do a giveaway. So make sure you subscribe to that and keep coming back to make sure you get the details and you don't miss that. That being said, let's go look at some of these fish. I'm going to turn you guys around. And I think I'm right next to one of the first requests, which are the... All right, we're going to start with the Bmaculada. We are almost sold out completely. These guys flew out the door already. They have really good color on them, even though they're pretty small. So these were bred by our employee here, Rob. He bred these at home and brought them here. These guys have been awesome. They've been really healthy. We've had no issue shipping them. I took some home and they've been great. They are pretty shy at first. They take some time to settle in. But these guys have been awesome. Highly recommend these guys if you're into dwarf cichlids, if you're into unique kind of color patterns on fish. These guys definitely have it. As they mature, the male, they get really kind of like dark, and they have some really cool blues, and the pattern on their face is really cool when they get bigger. You'll have to look them up and see them. You can check our website to see some pictures of the adults that they're actually the parents of these fish. So the assorted Mbuna package. We picked these to order. So each one is unique. A lot of them, there are some fish that we constantly have in each mixed Mbuna package. A pretty common one in all the packages are going to be, you guys can see where it's getting tight in here. We're making some boxes. The walkway is getting narrow, but we typically have in all of our packages yellow labs. I just scared these guys. I walked up on them and I put my hand and clipboard up on top of the tank and scared them. But yellow labs are one. Here's another one. The Cali Island we'll add to the packs. Dactari. These aren't Dactari though, but those will be in the packs. The white labs we'll have in the packs when we have them available, and that is the zebra white labs and the white lab Lundu Island. They will be in our mixed packs. The albino Cali Islands could be in our packs. Basically, any Mbuna we have in stock could end up in our packs. We carry a lot of them. Kenii are a very common one to be in our packages. The blue cobalt zebras, another one. that is typically in our packages. What else do I see around here? The albino sokolofi. We try, so guys, what we try to do in our mix packs is we try to make sure we don't double up on too many things. So if you, the more you order, the more kind of variety you'll get. We do our best to make sure you're not getting all the same colors. We like to make our packages have a lot of different colors for our customers. So if you do order a mix pack, you'll get a nice variety of colors, but it is always subject to our availability on what you might get. And here are Yellowtail ACI. Those go in the packages. Depending on the size package you order, you could get some Mangano. Let's see, down here we have the Lion Sangha. Oh, they all went hiding as soon as I walked up with the camera. It's pretty cool to see how these guys act in a big school, how they all stick together when they get scared. But yeah, that is just some of the fish, guys, that you could get in the assorted Mbuna packages. Another really common one last one, is the red Obi zebra. So that's another one we get in the packages a lot as well. All right, let's see. The next, the golden dwarf cichlid. Okay, we can go look at those. This is another one I think we're getting pretty low on stock. So the Nana Akara Anomala. This is another fish that I personally keep. They are awesome fish. Another one with really cool colors, really cool patterns, really cool behaviors. There's only a handful left, guys. It looks like a lot of them are hiding. There's a female in the back there. There's a male over there, but they're all in the back, and it's really hard. I can't zoom in on this app, at least as far as I know. I cannot figure that out yet. But there are only about 5 or 6 in this tank. But a really awesome fish. They can be shy, but once they settle in, they are really personable. They're always, once they're settled in, they're relatively easy to breed. They come up front and they just beg for food. They and they're really hardy. We do keep them on soft water here, but they are, this specific species, the Anomala, do tend to handle a little bit of higher or harder water. I'm sorry, but definitely recommend keeping them under 200 TDS if possible. They seem to do best there. All right, next we got Millennium Rainbow Fish. We can go look at those. And then a lot of people are requesting to see some peacocks, so we'll go do that as well. So let's look at the rainbows first. And let me check on the time, how we're doing before we get to this giveaway today. So time is flying by today, guys, but we still have some time, so we'll look at fish. So we're in the rainbow section here. I'm looking for our larger millenniums. We have several locations. Let me see what Carly wrote for them. Let's check. She has over here A38. I may have walked right by them. So here we go. So here are the larger millenniums we currently have in. Unfortunately, the lighting on this tank is not fantastic. Let's see what we can do. Now, they're a little skittish because I did just move. But this is our larger size that we have in right now of the millenniums. See, the little guy's fired up right now. Out of all the fish in the tank, the smallest male is the most colored up. It's pretty funny. But Millennium Rainbows. And then let's go look at peacocks and haps. There's a lot of requests. We got the Firefish, the Blue Flash, the Swallowtails. So we'll go check those out. And also, guys, if you haven't watched in a few weeks or it's been a minute, you guys, I'm sure you've seen our show tank with all of our peacocks and haps in it. It's been looking really good. All the fish are still holding color. They're all getting along really well. But let's see. There's the show tank. You guys can see from afar, but let's look at the Firefish. So first, here are the Firefish. And as you can see, there's this a variance in this fish, like most man-made line-bred fish, but for the most part, they're kind of like a pink base, and they're more of a orangish red color. I really like the ones that have this. I don't know what to call the pattern, but this guy right here, the way the scales are with the darker pink spots with the kind of purplish pink undertones, I really like. I'm not sure if if it picks it up on the camera. That's the Firefish. Brian had a good question. Do the rainbows work well with larger American cichlids? Also, what is a good number of these to get for a small group? So that's a good question. As long as your rainbow species are large enough, you can use them in tanks with American cichlids. I would just worry about too much aggression. Now, if you're keeping really large fish that can eat them, I would say no. But as long as you're keeping large enough rainbow fish species with appropriately sized cichlids, it should be okay. That's a should be okay. Nothing is ever 100% certain in keeping fish, since you are dealing with live animals and different temperaments. But I would say a good number to start with for rainbows would be at least 6. That's going to give you a nice natural behavior. And I would recommend doing 6 of the same species personally. You're going to see better natural behaviors. You're going to see them showing off to each other and trying to breed, which is when the rainbow fish look the best, which they are very easy to breed. And if you're keeping both males and females, you're going to see the best kind of behavior and coloration. So I don't recommend mixing if you're keeping both males and females. I wouldn't recommend keeping multiple species just due to the potential of hybrids. But that's only if you're really trying to breed them, because the rainbow fry are so small in most cases. If you have a community tank with rainbows, the fry are just going to be eaten. So it's not a huge issue in most cases. So we're getting close to the end, guys. I am going to announce the contest rules. Just like always, we are going to do a number, pick a number 0 through 100. Please only guess one time. There will be a winner for Facebook and there will be a winner for YouTube. So for Facebook users, if another Facebook user guesses your number, please guess one more time. But we're going to go with whoever guesses the number first. Same for YouTube. We're going to go with the first person to guess that number. So if you accidentally guess something that somebody else did, please feel free to make one more guess. So you guys can start guessing. We're going to go with whoever gets closest to our numbers that we have pre-picked without going over. So guess a number, any number 0 through 100, and whoever is closest will be the winner of our $25 store credit. Now, we have had some people complain about the winnings. Please note that the winning, you still do have to meet our store minimum, which is a $50 minimum to ship. And we still ask, you still have to pay for shipping as well. So just know this is just a $25 credit towards your next order. You don't have to use it if you win. It's just an opportunity to potentially save $25 on your next order. So good luck, guys, and we will see who wins. In the meantime, let's go look at some more of these fish. Here are some blue flash. This is another one with a pretty big variant. But overall, most of them look the same. They're going to be a blue-based fish. Sometimes almost all of them have some sort of blaze. Some is more orange, some is more yellow, some are more white. But it's not a one fish looks all the same type in this line. Here the Saffrons are looking really good. Can't pass this tank up without showing them. They're all freaking out. I'll tell you guys, these fish do not like the camera. It's like they know when I come to film, they all just start panicking. A lot of times, if you just walk by this tank normally, they don't react. But if you stop and try to put a camera in front of them or a phone, they just start really kind of freaking out. All right, so we got a Swallowtail request and a Lawanda request. So let's start with the Swallowtail, and then we'll go to the Lawandas. So the Swallowtails, we need to restock the tank right now. It looks like we only have 2 females, and there's a tiny male. So this tank will be restocked if we have the fish. And then, let's see. Then the last one was the Lawanda. So we'll start with, there's 2 locations here. I'll see which one is larger. Okay, so this is like a 2 to 3 inch tank. I do see some good colored up males already. They lost their color, but you can still see the darker ones with the white blaze on their fins. I actually see a good amount of males in this tank. They're all 2 to 3 inch unsexed, but I can see a lot of males. Their egg spots have already developed. They're already starting to get kind of the white trim on their top fin. All right, so that was the smaller. That's a smaller size, the 2 to 3 inch. There was one other location we'll check. So we'll check the I-18 location to see if there are any. Oh, guys, this is a pretty cool fish. This is a new one for us. We've been breeding. This is a Umbi from the Rio San Sacito, I believe. We are currently trying to get him to settle in so we can get a photo, so we can get him listed on the website. But we have a bunch of these ready. This guy's huge. He's probably 6 inches tall. But we were waiting on him to get a photo. I'm unsure if we were able to capture a photo of them yet, but those will be on the website shortly once we get that done. So let's see if we have any. We had just sold out, guys. So we do not have any more locations of the Lawandas there. So let's stop the contest, guys. I'm sure you guys all got your guesses in. And I'm sorry, I was very focused today on going over some of the sale items and everything that I was not able to keep up on a ton of comments. But be sure to check out the sales this week. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, because once we hit that 15,000 mark, we are going to do a larger giveaway. And also, if you haven't, guys, check out our Facebook weekly giveaway. It's called Tank Water Tuesday. Every week, we are giving away $50 store credit, and all you have to do is post a photo, and if your photo gets the most likes, you will receive a $50 store credit. So that's pretty exciting too, and a really easy way to get some store credit. I just wanted to feed this tank for you guys while we wait. These are the South American bumblebee cats. I know we've done this in the past, but I just love feeding this tank. They are starting to get worked up. They're all coming out of hiding. And if you guys have room for these in your tank, or you have the correct tank to keep them in, I would highly recommend you think about it. They just start going wild once you go to feed them. So Steven, if you go to our Facebook page, Imperial Tropicals, every week we make a single post, and it'll have a photo from the previous week's winner, and it'll have the rules in the information. It'll be in the post. But basically, all you have to do is go, and every week it'll be a different category. Like this week, it is plants. And so far, guys, nobody has entered. I am the only one who has posted photos on there. I'm trying to just get some engagement. I myself will not take any winnings, but all it did this week is post a picture of your plants or your planted tank. And as long as you follow that, the basic guideline, which is whatever the week's giveaway topic is, and you post a photo of that and you get the most likes, you will receive a $50 store credit. So just go ahead and go to our Facebook page, which is Imperial Tropicals, and post on the original post. Kim says, my baby chicks run around in their coop just like these catfish. Feed us, feed us. Yeah, these guys are pretty crazy. Chickens are hilarious when you go to feed them and they're just hungry, and say they ran out of food and they didn't have food for just even an hour, and you walk in to feed them and they just go absolutely crazy. That's how these fish are. They might not even need food. They might not even be hungry, but once you put food in this tank, they just go wild. And for the most part, it looks like there's no fish in this tank until you put food in there. And next thing you know, the whole tank is just crawling with little catfish. So, guys, let's go feed another tank. I got an idea. Let's go feed the show tank with the peacocks and haps. I'm gonna grab some food, but if I run across anybody before we get there, I'll just ask them to do it. That way I can get a better shot. But let's see. So I know a lot of our customers keep mixed tanks. And so you guys are all very familiar with how these fish act, but you can see just as I approach the tank, they all think I'm gonna feed them. They're all ready to eat. Okay, so after I feed this tank really quick, guys, look at them, they're all balling up, ready to eat. After we feed this tank, we are gonna go announce the winners. I have to go back to my clipboard, which I left back at the last tank we were at. But what do you guys think about this tank? Do you guys have any suggestions on what we should add? Any specific fish or any specific decorations? I think we're pretty much done on the aquascape for now. You can see the fish are they already ate everything I put in there. They're begging for more. But these guys are looking really good. Look at this OB here. He's pretty cool. So we did add some OB Borlei, guys. I don't know if you noticed. But see that big orange OB fish in the back there. So this is one of my favorite OBs that we keep on the farm, are the OB Borlei. So let's go. Let me get all this food into the tank. I made a mess. And then we're going to go announce the winning numbers. And Carly will make sure that you guys get what you want. So let's go back to the clipboard. So thank you guys who have been patient and who have stuck with us through this stream. And good luck to everybody who entered. And you're not going to believe it, guys. I didn't lose my clipboard. I didn't lose the numbers. So on the back of our weekly sales list, I do have it here. So this week's winning numbers were YouTube is 48 and Facebook is 95. So 95 on Facebook and 48 on YouTube. So Carly's going to post that up really quick. If you are the winner and you haven't watched us before, all you have to do is please send us an email to fish@imperialtropicals.com with your name, and we'll verify that, and we'll get you your $25 store credit. So congratulations to Jermaine Williams, who is the YouTube winner. And let me see here. Amy Fishman on Facebook. So congratulations, Jermaine and Amy. Please email us at fish@imperialtropicals.com, and we will make sure you get your store credit. Guys, this is another new fish that's going to be hopefully available soon. Carly knows the exact species. We ordered them as false cories, and we quickly realized, hey, these are not false cories. And we had to do some research and do some digging, and I do believe Carly finally pinned it down. So shortly, we're going to have these pretty unique looking catfish up on the website. And yeah, so guys, that will be it for today. See if I can turn you around. So that is going to be it for today, guys. Really appreciate you guys all joining. If you haven't, please subscribe to our YouTube. We're about to get to that 15,000 subscribers, and then we are going to do a bigger giveaway. Thank you, Carly, for the fish ID. That is Pimadelia gracilis. So those should be on the website soon too. They're pretty cool fish. So guys, if you haven't, check out our Facebook. We have that weekly giveaway. It's super simple. It's been going on for a while now. All you have to do is post a photo on whatever the topic is of that week. And if you get the most likes, all you have to do is email us and we'll get you the winnings. So check that out. Check us out next Friday where we're going to do another giveaway like usual. And at 1 o'clock, so just in a few minutes, 1 o'clock Florida time, we will have the new sale items, and all 10 of them, the 5 Bogos and the 5 other % offs. Most of them are 50. One is 30% off. So yeah, we always got a lot going on. The new warehouse, we started building racks, guys. I think Mike showed you around a little bit last week. We got the tanks delivered, and we started building racks. So that's really exciting. Can't wait to see that done. More breeding space means more fish, and also nice new tanks means more chances to film and show off how the fish look a little bit better. So that's gonna be it, guys. Thank you, and we will see you next week. Take it easy. Later.